At the end of January, we honoured the 76th anniversary of the end of the Holocaust. I spoke to Ruth Barnett MBE, a child of the Kindertransport, as she shared her experiences of her childhood and why Holocaust education is so important.
I came to England at age 4 on the Kindertransport, which was a rescue operation to Britain of about 10,000 children. And I didn't see my parents for 10 years, during which, with my brother 3 years older, we went through 3 foster families, a hostel and a boarding school. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of dislocations in my early life because our parents wanted us to be brought up Christian to protect us against anti-Semitism, and that worked. But when I was 14, 4 years after the end of the war, my parents had got together again in Germany, and they insisted that I came to Germany. My parents saw it was a mistake. I just couldn't cope with Germany. I was terrified of it. They let me go back on the promise that I would stay at school and go out for holidays to visit them, which I duly did. But it took a year to get back to England, and that year was the worst in my life.
Ruth's parents, Robert and Louise, remained in Germany, her father escaping to Shanghai not long after, as her mother stayed behind and became an active part of the underground resistance movement. A historian researching the Jews who had escaped to Shanghai came across Robert's experience, eventually creating a film of his journey. This inspired Ruth to honour her family's story in her work, What Price for Justice?
Being forced to go to Germany at 14, when I was terrified of anything to do with Germany, I was brainwashed with British propaganda against Germany, turned me against my parents. And I never managed to face the past and come to terms with it in their lifetime.
When a fellow member of the Kindertransport organised a 50th anniversary memorial of their first arriving in Britain, Ruth finally realised the enormity of the programme and realised she was not alone.
We'd left it so late, and every genocide that is not stopped and the perpetrators brought to justice creates huge impunity for more.
Ruth is a fierce advocate for education and raising awareness surrounding the Holocaust and other genocides, both past and present.
How can we change the attitudes that children pick up? Because a lot more is caught than is taught. Children imbibe a lot more from the role models that they happen to meet in their life than what they're actually taught by teachers and parents. The big picture is that there has never been as dysfunctional a family as the family of nations that makes up the human race.